everybody. Wow. It's going to be another sausage in the skillet day. So it's not going to be the coolest day in the world, but I'm here. And if you read into my side chat, you probably heard me say that I'm having problems logging into x.com on Chrome. I don't know what's going on. I open a window, try to start a session, and immediately closes the window. So it's not even... so something in Chrome isn't letting me post on X. But I can log into Firefox and it works fine. So I'm wondering if if YouTube changed your API again and didn't tell anyone. Thank you very much, Mimi. I appreciate that. Good morning to you too. I read a cute story last night, or not read, more listened to. Tried to verify if it was based on any truth, and it doesn't appear to be. So, originally it was in the news section, but then I realized after trying to find verification that it was basically a story. So, we had to take it away from the news section. But if you're interested in the story about the apparition that supposedly appeared when Pope Leo was doing Mass in the Vatican on June 21st, I believe that might be in spirituality and ascension. It seems that YouTube doesn't have an area for fiction. But then lately, I think most YouTube has basically become giant fiction stories anyway. So trying to keep the right and actual honest stories, real news articles, real news entry from fiction stories is becoming harder on YouTube. So I will do my best to try to keep the truth organized from the fiction. And it might take a little work, but I'll keep trying. No, I didn't go out. I won't be going out until the temperatures drop quite a bit next week. Let's see. What else do we got going? Just, oh yeah. How many of you guys did you enjoy the vlog I did yesterday on the other site last night? Did you enjoy the story about Paducah? I actually wanted to clarify some things. I'm not moving there because of any particular person. In fact, there's no guarantee I'm moving there. But let's explain why I would move there. 1, Connecticut is extremely expensive. And if you happen to look for an apartment in Connecticut, even my 1-bedroom is $1,000. Okay? It's on the 3rd floor. Okay? Wintertime, New England can be brutal, especially for trying to walk down a hill with a walker. Okay? So one of the things is that between the high cost and the fact that I don't have a lot to do here, really, I feel I need to change the pace. And some people ask me if it was because of one person in Kentucky. No, nothing to do with that one person. I like the person as a friend, but that's not the reason I'm moving there. I have to watch my P's and Q's. You know, my money is tight. You know, I don't make a lot of money. Good morning, Ancient Dan. Welcome to you. Well, liberal can be fine. That's not the problem with the liberal. But boring, yes. Connecticut is not known for being major excitement for everybody. Some people might like it, but if you are handicapped, the resources for us in this state are going to all the illegals, and we're not getting any help. Whereas Kentucky is a red state, and they're more aiming at helping their people to keep ahead and keep from drowning in needs and assistance. But as we were talking yesterday, not everybody gets the help they need. Take Craig and his wife Denise. He couldn't get the help he needed from the state of New York. He had to finance her care out of his own pocket. It cost him so much money he couldn't pay his mortgage. They foreclosed on him. Now he's living in his motorhome. He loved his wife so much that he wanted to give her the best he could. But unfortunately, he couldn't do any more than he was doing. Yeah. Connecticut is boring, yeah. And expensive. And taxes you to death. Electric rates are insane. I'm not saying Paducah, Kentucky is exactly a barrel of monkeys either, but it's flat. It's more flat. Also, the regulation regarding e-bikes is more supportive for me. In Connecticut, I can't get an e-bike because I need a driver's license. In Paducah, Kentucky, that's not the case. You do not need a driver's license for an e-bike. As long as it goes less than 30 miles an hour, which is still pretty friggin' fast. But I'm not going to be buying an e-bike right away because I'm not moving to Paducah until next year, if I do that. Well, I wouldn't necessarily be buying it right now, Grace. I got bigger fish to fry. Or more like teeth to redo. Yeah. So, this I would let you know that I'm not moving to Kentucky for one particular person. Now, I said a couple times last night, Texas instead of Kentucky. Somebody suggested Texas. No. I don't think Texas is at all a good choice for me. It's too hot, too dry, and too many little monsters ready to get you. Yeah. I'm talking about things like the little scorpions and the rattlesnakes and the other animals that just seem to want to basically make your life miserable, and the copperheads. No, thank you. Plattsburgh was suggested. Plattsburgh, New York. Me and Sharon went through Plattsburgh, New York. We looked at all the stats for Plattsburgh, even with disabilities. Kind of works, but kind of don't. It's not a panacea at all, so. No, I have no family in Kentucky. If I go to Kentucky, I'd be the first one in my family. The only one in your family. You got family in West Virginia, though. I do have family in West Virginia. Well, Alberta and Saskatchewan haven't become states yet. That is up for referendum right now. So Alberta and Saskatchewan want to become states of the United States. So that'll be around 2026. They're going to vote for that. and then in a referendum. Yeah. I don't care what license states, so. Well, no, me and Sarah looked into that. She said that given the fact is that Paducah is pretty quiet, probably wouldn't have that much problem. Plus, she'd be able to see me pretty good distance because the roads are pretty much flat. So, okay, I haven't even opened the chat yet, but let me go ahead and open the chat first, okay? Alright, let's go ahead. One, Noodles.
Six, please. Hey, Michelle. How
What?
are you?
I'm doing right. How are you?
Saying it. How are you? Good morning.
I said, how are you? I'm doing okay.
I'm at work right now, Michelle. So, what are you planning on doing this weekend as far as YouTube?
I don't have anything.
So we're organizing a Pride Month march, Michelle, and
You
we'd like
said
you to
you
be there.
canceled the Saturday in the visit because you said that the person decided they didn't want to be part of the show. So
Well, you want to support? You want to support Pride Month or no?
what's Pride Month?
So we want to do a White Pride Month, Michelle. Support Pride, never hide, and we want you to be a part of it, Michelle, since you're the spokesman.
I don't see us as any different than any other person in the United States or the world. I just
Right.
see me as the same equal as my brothers and sisters. I don't see myself as different. I mean, I'm just a human being eking out an existence. You know.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you later. So
Wait, what?
anyway, Noodles, let me ask you about something else. What do you think about Kentucky? I mean, there is a lot of advantages there for support services for me and things like that.
Okay.
We both know that Connecticut is very expensive. We know that Connecticut is definitely giving no support to the illegals, and the legal residents like me can't get the help we need.
I'm sorry. Say it again, Michelle.
I said is in the United States, in Connecticut, it seems that all the support services I need are not available. They are available in Kentucky, though.
Okay. And
And the rents are cheaper, too.
so what do you want to do about this? You want to somehow, I don't know what you're getting at.
Yeah. I mean, some people are wondering if I'm moving just because of one person. I said, no, I'm not moving to Kentucky for one person. Also in
Michelle,
Kentucky, I
what are you
have the
doing this
legal
weekend,
right
Michelle?
to. Also in Kentucky, I have the legal right to ride an e-bike. So I can go. Be able to have my own transportation and get things done. Plus, there's lots of grocery stores in Paducah, including Kroger, Walmart Superstore, and
Okay.
many other
So
things.
what do you want to do, Michelle? You want to do something this weekend or no?
Yeah, I'll do something this weekend. But,
Okay. So we got to get $50 together for the gas. All right. We got to get. I mean, I don't know what you want to do. If you want to go down, hang out by the Hudson River, like, what do you want to do?
how about we do something up here in this part of the in Connecticut for once? You know, we haven't done anything in Connecticut. We haven't gone anywhere in Connecticut.
Well, if that's what's going to happen, Michelle, I'm telling you, I just need money. I'm not going to go out there for nothing. I need
I'll
money.
have to get back to you on the money because I'm saving my money like a fiend right now. I only owe $1,000 in Capital One, so if I can pay another $300, $400, I can eventually get my Capital One balance down to zero in about 3 months, and then I can start working on Ally, so I'll have more money for teeth.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I don't know what's going to happen in August. We don't know how much money we're going to be getting in August. Right now, we got looks like close to 800. But what about September? We don't know how much we're getting in September. We don't know how much we're getting any time. So we're trying to put money aside to get as fast as we can to get the goals.
So let's just forget about it. Let's just forget about it. We don't need to do any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Let's just forget about it. Forget about doing anything this weekend because
You have a legal right to ride any bike in Connecticut under Connecticut general statutes, providing you have a driver's license. Connecticut requires, and the CGS DMV regulations require a driver's license for any e-bike. Kentucky
you don't
doesn't
need
require.
you don't need an e-bike, Michelle. I'm telling you right now, you'll fall off of it, you're gonna hurt yourself, etc.
No, I can hurt myself with riding a regular trike too, but the point Noodles, is that I'm going to need transportation, so, at least, Paducah, Kentucky doesn't have a lot of heavy hills like we do in Connecticut, so,
What? You getting a trike?
How you doing?
What's
No, I'm not
sir?
getting it right
No.
now, maybe about a year.
Why don't we
I
just
don't
get
know
you an
where's all this money coming from? From land, houses, septics, bikes.
YouTube.
Oh, Michelle, please don't rely on the YouTube money.
Right now we're saving the YouTube money, but the point
No,
is
but
that
you
we're
can't.
we're thinking about moving to Paducah, Kentucky in next year, in July.
Okay, well, I don't know what Kentucky's like, but
It's kind of like where you live.
okay.
Pretty quiet, pretty flat. But there's a lot of support services that I need for autism, hearing, eyesight. Plus, all the stores in Paducah are
You
fairly.
do realise, though, then you're saying goodbye to Noodles practically forever. He can't just pop over to... And you're saying goodbye to your mum forever, and your brother, and your friends.
No, that's another possibility. Reality, but is that I gotta go where the rent is affordable. Right now, Connecticut is going up in prices, and that's not affordable anymore.
What about loneliness?
Well, loneliness is always going to be an issue. I already have loneliness now. The only one I really talk to right now on here is on the morning show. I don't really talk to anyone else other than Krista. I do text her every day, but
Would you like to have some chats after the morning show? Would you like to come to the lounge maybe and we can all talk? Or are you missing chats? Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
Well, you could do that. Michelle, if you messaged me and said you want to come to the lounge, my ass would be in there.
Yeah, we can talk in the lounge, but the only thing is, as I said, the app doesn't work with the closed captions on my phone because this.
Oh, right. Sorry, yeah. I forgot about that. Bloody hearing.
Yeah, that's
When's your hearing appointment, Michelle?
18th of August.
That's not far.
No, it's not far away.
So,
Hearing loss is not fair either. So,
it's upstate.
but I mean, the thing is that, I have to look at the everybody says to me, it's time to move, 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 time to move. Well,
Right.
So I need
And
to find
it is. Maybe it is, but I just don't know where you come up with the ideas to move to these places where you really don't know anybody. You have no support.
I gotta go where I can afford it, Tiger. It's just
And I understand that, but Dan said there's apartment for $600 a month in Connecticut.
well. I mean, I'm only going to be going to living in an apartment in Paducah for about a year, and after that, I plan to try to get myself independent of that and try to establish a small household. But the thing is that I got to do something different because I've been here for so long that
Right, I agree that apartment is outlived. You need to move, Michelle, but it's just your choices of where you're picking seem a little strange to me. Like you just put a pin in the map. Why there? You don't know anybody there. That would worry me, Michelle. I'd be honest with you, because you've got no support.
yeah, well, I don't know because, like I said, is that I mean I really do need a change of pace. I've been here all these years.
And I think it's lovely that you're thinking about it all now. It's just
If we go down to also have new content to share too,
you would.
That would be something that would help Michelle a lot. If I could show people new content, new places, new people, that would be fantastic.
Mm.
That's the other reason I'm thinking about doing this.
How are you even going to get from Connecticut to Kentucky and your stuff and everything?
I would have to go ahead and just rent something like a pod. Load up everything in the pod, have them bring it to the apartment complex that I've already paid my security deposit and first month's rent on, and have them drop it off there ahead of time. Then while I'm taking the train down to Paducah, and then go to my apartment, unlock my pod, unload everything. It's on the ground floor.
All right. Unload everything. You couldn't unload it,
Not everything. I wouldn't be able to move a couch by myself.
Oh, moving shit. I don't know, Michelle.
Well, the apartment I'm looking at is not furnished, so.
Well, I think it's wonderful to have dreams and goals.
Oh, no. Well, unfortunately, just sitting around dreaming ain't going to make them happen.
I know.
That's the reality. I really do need to do something. I'm 57 years old. We already lost, Hulk Hogan. We already lost Ozzy Osbourne. Eventually you're going to lose me. And I really would like to at least have seen some more of the United States before I croak. I don't know how many decades I got left. I could have, 5 years. I could have 2 minutes. I could have 20 years. I could have 30 years. I don't know. But the point is that I need to try some stuff. I need to do something different.
Good. It's good that you got some fire in your belly.
Yeah, I also got a lot of fat too. But well, that's another reason because Paducah is pretty much flat. They'll be able to walk more, but it's still hot as a saucepan there. That's the biggest problem in the summertime.
Oh, and you hate heat.
And I hate heat. Sarah in my AI said, "What about Plattsburgh, New York?" Well, we looked at Plattsburgh and we both kind of came up with the conclusion that Plattsburgh is not much better than Connecticut in some ways.
I've never heard of Plattsburgh.
I have. It's a small town. which is fine. I like small towns, but
Hi, Jason.
hi, Jason. Good morning to you. Good morning.
Yeah.
Bradley unfortunately said he was leaving the Discord because of the fact that the people in the Discord don't appreciate the fact that he's trying to work and make a living right now.
What did I miss? What's happened?
I don't know. I guess somebody upset him in the Discords.
Oh. Well, I can't get into one of the Discords today.
Whose?
The other one. The hostage Discord.
Oh, I got into that one this morning. That's fine. I got into mine too.
I'm
That
not
was
even
fine.
involved, Bradley.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Brain dead. What did you do?
I thought about moving to Pennsylvania when I had the money because of the low property taxes. Yeah, Kentucky is kind of that way too.
I think I'd
If
be
you
more
move,
comfortable.
Michelle, just call Vincent St. Paul, and they give you free furniture and a bed, which since you're on a fixed income. Yeah, they do have support charities there. It's a red state. It's a Republican state. So in that case, the good news is, they are more faith based, which is a plus.
It's not. Yeah.
I'm doing fine. How Abdel? How you doing? I mean, it's hot where you are. It's getting hot where I am. By the way, I tried to get on the X this morning. I couldn't get into X in Chrome, but I was able to log into X on Firefox. What is going on with Chrome and X? It's not letting me on.
No idea.
So, Michelle, are you doing this goth thing or no?
Golf thing?
Golf.
I don't play golf. I'm not Trump.
All right.
I'm not into golf.
Said goth, Michelle.
Okay.
Is that a big no?
I'm not into golf. I already just told you that.
Golf. You don't want to be a goth anymore?
Goth. I thought you said it came out as golf. I'm not minding being a goth. It doesn't bother me much. Like I told you, there's some goth features I have already.
Yeah.
I am a little bit of an emo goth if you think about it. A white emo goth. A little bit of tech.
Hey, Mojo.
Hey, Mojo. How you doing today? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I'm not into golf. Golf is a game, but just watching paint dry.
I don't blame you. Golf. Who hit a ball with a stick and then try and get... Oh, no. Boring.
Yeah, golf is shootout, man. It's the pits. Chasing a little ball over the green. It's not my game. It's just not.
What games do you like? What are your games, Michelle?
Strategy games. Games where you have to think. you know, use your mind. Some puzzle games, word puzzle games can be fun. I've actually done plenty of those. Maybe, I don't know, treasure game, maybe? Treasure chest game might be something where you have to solve a riddle or a mystery. Ones that involve thinking.
Well, maybe we could do something like that on the show one day. I'll have to look into it.
Maybe one day we could find a way to do a game like that actually out in the physical field, too. Well, let me explain. Let's say, for example, you were doing a treasure hunt game. But to find the next clue, you got to solve a puzzle. You got to solve...
Yeah, they do that, Michelle. They do places like that. I can't remember what they're called, but you go in like a room and you got to solve puzzles to get out of the room.
Yeah, I know those kind of games. Yeah, escape rooms.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, you and Noodles in an escape room?
No, I don't know how he would feel about it.
He'd probably think
Currently,
it's very
he's solving
cool.
a mystery right now regarding wiring. It looks like he's installing connections for electric drapes or a fire or an alarm sensor of some sort. Yeah, but Scrabble is only one type of game. Trivial Pursuit is another. We talked about that on this couple of years ago about trying to play an actual Trivial Pursuit game using an actual board game.
Yeah. I have Trivial Pursuits, the game that I can play on my
Well,
but
somebody could just basically someone still has to move the slices around the board, and then somebody else actually asks questions to the contestants.
I have it for the Switch, the Nintendo Switch.
I'm talking about on paper and plastic.
I'm
talking about an actual board.
Oh, you mean really, really play it? So everyone would have to have a camera, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I got plenty of cameras. You know me.
I guess you only need one for the board.
Right. Only need one for the board.
Do you have Trivial Pursuits, Michelle?
Remember, it's only got 8 slices. That means 8 players tops. Is that right? I think it's about right.
I don't know.
4 to 8 players.
I love Scrabble. I make my own words up.
Yeah, Scrabble's okay.
You need a dictionary if you play that with me.
I never played Pictionary. I have no idea how to play. I love Monopoly, though.
Yeah, I like Monopoly until someone lands and buys my bloody houses.
Yeah.
I like to be banker so I can cheat. Obviously, we're playing with family.
Even though it's a family game, it's kind of weird. I think kind of like that, like in Monopoly. I wonder how Trump plays it. I get a feeling
he plays it in the real world, Michelle.
He plays in the real world, right?
Yeah, he's using real.
He's using real money with real houses and real hotels. There's a Bible version of Trivial Pursuit too. My mom's got it. Anyway,
You're
speaking
not
of
very religious, Michelle.
No, she's not. She's ended up with a Bible Trivial Pursuit game.
How did she get
She
that?
never played it. She's still in the box.
Well, we could get that and have you play against Dan and David S.
Yeah.
You know, and Gidgy. You all know your Bible.
Well, I mean, we could always play. I'm trying to find the versions of these games online. I haven't had much luck. Because I was trying to find ones that were low cost or free, and I couldn't find one.
Hi, Krista. Hope you're doing well, Krista.
Yeah. How you doing, Krista? Good morning, Leo. Good morning. Well, as I said this week, we had a good therapy session, like I said, on Thursday morning.
Mhm.
My therapist thought I did a pretty good job researching things ahead of time, looking into all the realities of what needs to be done in a practical way. That's one of the reasons why we're not doing it in short term, because we realize that there are a lot of things that we need to.
Oh, I'm sure she wants to prolong this as long as she possibly can.
Well, not to prolong it, not so much, but rather to plan it ahead so we can put the money aside so that we could. See, the YouTube money is kind of.
What are you getting, Michelle? What are you getting out of your therapy? Can I mean, I'd love to hear what you two talk about.
What am I getting out of my therapy? I'm getting a chance to talk to somebody who doesn't look at me like a moron, which is one thing I really appreciate.
I don't look at you as a moron, Michelle.
I know you don't, but some do. You know.
I don't think you're right there either. Yeah, the trolls maybe, but they're trolls. They look at me as a moron. They look at Noodles. They look at all of us as morons. What about my song? Somebody just made a song about me living in my mansion with my animals. I mean, all the things people could dream about, and they write a song about it to try and piss me off. It's just trolls, Michelle. Don't worry about
Yeah, I know.
them.
But I also have to look on the realistic needs too. You know, you just, like I said, the rents in Connecticut are not going down. Okay, the rents are very expensive in Connecticut right now.
Can I say something, Michelle? What are you going to do if the donations dry up?
I don't know. That's another reason why to move ahead of time before the donations dry up. They just don't know why the donations have to dry up at all. I mean, we're doing a good job.
I don't want them to. You know, Michelle, my biggest thing is I've always wanted you to have money and be dependent.
See, it's kind of related to like Noodle said. If you can go start doing things, different things, going out places, people might be more entertained by that. Well, right now, okay, that's where Connecticut is getting kind of boring, like Mimi said. I really would like to see something different. And then my audience can see the different too. And eventually when they save up for my e-bike, or even a non-e-bike, because they have 7-speed or 6-speed, you know, non-electric bikes as well. Okay. My last one I had was only a single speed. But if I can get a non-electric trike for about $300, and I did the price on Amazon, that alone in Kentucky would be great because that's mostly flat. So I would have less problem riding around. And of course, I'd get my legs would get exercise. My body would get exercise.
You know, realistically, this is thousands and thousands of dollars, Michelle.
Yeah, but like I said, you know, the opportunities, if you won't invest those thousands of dollars, could go very well or it could go very sour. It all depends on, well, one, where did you choose to go? That's being realistic. I mean, if you choose to go to someplace like Jackson, Mississippi, for example, which is hot, the bugs are mean, and you basically be miserable, dripping sweat all the time, and the gators will get you, then you know that's definitely sucks, you know. But if you go to where the weather's good, the bread's cheap, and the people are nice, and the resources that you need for your autism, your hearing, and your eyesight are plentiful, and the rent's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, and there's still and you can still get around.
Do me a favor. Do not sign anything, spend any money, do anything like that at all without talking to Noodles, me, Grizz, anybody here actually.
No, I haven't. I haven't invested any money yet into it all. So
Yeah, I'm just saying, just don't. You know, save up. That's your best bet. Just keep saving.
can't rely on YouTube money for good living unless you're already making it where you want it to be. Yeah. Hi, Bradley. How you doing today?
Hi, Brad.
Coming up. Yeah, we've talked about that too. It's another idea. Bradley has another place that he offered me also.
Oh, the mountain house. Whoa! Can we not just use your mountain house, Brad, to plop her in?
I understand it, Bradley, and I know you're really working really hard. I'm sorry that some people on the Discord treated you badly. I don't know what happened. I just got your DM and I responded to it. And
Brad, I don't know what's going on. Had nothing to do with me. I wasn't even around yesterday. So, I don't know why you're upset. I don't know why I can't talk in the other Discord anymore either. Without verifying my phone number and my identity.
probably because someone tried to log on as you and tried to crack in.
I don't know, but
My
I guess
my Discord
my
works.
flower garden is over.
What do you mean this your flower garden's over?
I had a flower garden over there. Now I can't go in the server.
No, you
no
entered,
idea
you
why.
entered
I
your phone
wasn't
number
around.
and you did the identification, right? And it's still not letting you in?
Why does it want me to do identification? I've never done that.
Well, apparently
Yesterday I could talk in there and it was fine.
maybe Nat set it up that way. I don't know. Did you try contacting Discord customer support and ask?
No.
I'm glad you're doing okay, Bradley.
Try and contact customer support. No, I'm contacting Brad, Nads, and Brain Days.
Yeah. When you joined my Discord initially, you did need to verify when you signed up. That was the way I originally set it up to keep the trolls at bay. The only thing is, well, let's put it this way. To my knowledge, it's no longer being required
It's asking me to
anymore.
verify my phone number. I'm not verifying my phone number. He's never asked me to do that before.
I don't know. Who's he?
The server is saying verify your identity and phone number.
I mean,
He's
that
asking me
server.
to put my phone number in it.
Okay, this is a NAD server you're talking about?
Yeah.
Tiger, it's a Homeland Security protecting us from foreigners. No, it's not. Look, I had the same problem with X2 this morning.
Yeah, weird.
But that was because I was trying to log on with Yahoo or Gmail.com instead of Yahoo. And originally my X account was registered under Yahoo. So after I logged in with Yahoo, I was able to get in on Firefox, but I still can't get in on Chrome. So I'm wondering if there's some kind of security thing or something that's changed.
Well, yours is fine. I'm okay in there. What? Why that one?
I don't know. I mean, Nads is the one that runs her own server. I don't know what she's requiring.
I'll talk to Dad later.
Yeah. Because you're not the only one having that problem. Other people having the same problem. It's not good to pretend you love everything. Well, Bradley, I love you too. Because you're decent, man. You're cool.
You're a lovely man.
You and Craig Sr. are both cancers. You guys have both put a lot of your life and your effort into what you do. If there's anybody I would suggest you ever want to talk to, you ever feel down in the dumps, just reach out to
Right.
up to Craig Sr. I will give you his phone number later if you ever want to call him. Because, I mean, he's a cancer. He's an older man. And,
Abdel. Isn't that lovely, what he just put?
those two would get along great, I think.
One rose for a living person is better than a whole bouquet on his grave.
Yeah. One rose for a living person is better than a whole bouquet on the grave. Oh, yeah, by the way, remember we were talking about cremation, right? I want to get back to that real quick, speaking of the grave. Just the Catholic Church said that they do not encourage anyone to scatter ashes all over the place when a person is burnt to a crisp. They still don't recommend it, but they acknowledge that sometimes it has to be done. But they said not to scatter the ashes or treat the urn as a ceremonial decoration in a home.
Oh, you're not supposed to have the urn out on the coffee table then?
You're supposed to bury it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you might.
But people move, Michelle, and they're like, "Oh shit, I've got to go and dig me mum up."
Well, it's already done. Don't have to worry about that. But anyway, in my case, that's one of the reasons I still want to do the green burial. Oh, yeah, that's another possible use of money. Yeah.
We all know what kind of burial you want, Michelle. You will, if anything happens.
Yeah, but I don't have an executor of my body to make sure that it gets done.
We're all executors of your wishes. Have you told your mum you want a green burial?
I don't think she knows what it is. We did talk about it, but she doesn't know what a green burial is.
You can tell her, Michelle.
I did. I tried to explain it to her.
Well, I think you need to, because that's the person who's going to have, if anything. I mean, it won't at the moment.
And Tiger, she's more likely to pass away before I do.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you get hit by a bus or anything, you're that worried about not having a green burial, you really need to tell her. She'll be pleased. It's cheaper, isn't it? Is it cheaper? I don't know. You don't want a fancy
It's box, a lot cheaper. You don't turn you into charcoal briquettes. They don't fill you with poisons, and they basically just place your body in the ground. Usually they wrap you in a burlap sack.
And a burlap
cheap,
sack.
Easy, and fast. You know.
Well, the cheapest box you can get, because I've already inquired, is the one they use.
And yes, I did see the video about composting the body. That's being done right now in Washington State. That's actually equally interesting.
Yeah, I love that idea.
That's green burial in another way. You know, you're still.
The coffin you can get, Michelle, if you just want a cheap old coffin, is the one they use to cremate you in. They're just like boxes. So that's kind of what I want for mine, just a cheap box.
Yeah,
I don't
cardboard
want,
box,
handles, and
maybe an old refrigerator box or something like that.
Anything, as long as it keeps me in there for a little bit. I mean, I don't want one of those vaults built. I don't want any of that. Just plop me in the ground.
Oh, by the way, just recently, for canonization, Pope Leo exhumed one of the bodies, one of the saints, a young saint. Not a single bit of rot on her. She over 100 years, and she still looked good.
Well, they say this. Oh, look how great they look. They look like shit to me.
They're dried out. They're like raisins.
Yeah, all dried out.
I mean, they're not gonna look like they're fresh, like they're freshly baked, you know. When I die, I don't give a rat's behind what they do with my body.
Exactly. I'm obviously donating anything that can be donated. Very important. Everyone should donate.
Rambo, even for some people who have no kidneys, your dodgy kidneys could still be a godsend for them.
No, they wouldn't put my kidneys in anybody.
Yeah.
But
I think Bradley's a very good person. That's why, Bradley, I want to give you Craig Senior's phone number so that you two can talk. You're both cancers. He's an older cancer man. He can, if you want to talk about cancer stuff, you know, families and things, he can give you advice. The older men helping the younger men. Something we don't see a lot anymore in this world is the older men don't really get a chance to talk to the younger guys.
that's very selfish to not give your organs up when you don't need them anymore. Think.
I don't know. It has something to do with selfishness.
Saving kids. It's not just old people. You could be saving children. You could be. You just don't need all that shit.
Well, I think what's even more selfish is when they burn your body to a charcoal briquette and all the exhaust gases are polluting the atmosphere and making everybody sick. That's not what I call fair either. You know. And besides that, they put me in the crematorium and they're going to have a grease fire. You know that.
They will not. There's bigger people been burned than you, Michelle.
Sure. What do they do with all the juices?
It gets that hot, it all burns off. It's the heat in that thing is massive.
Oh, I know. No, it's hot. It runs on natural gas or propane. I know what it is.
So they ain't opening that door till it's all gone. Till it's bubbled away, I guess. Body juice bubbling.
Oh, by the way, that's something else, Tiger Kitty, that was discovered. This was a news story on Fox News. I didn't copy it because somebody would have screamed fake news. It turns out that it was discovered that doctors were actually harvesting organs from people that were still alive.
What?
To plant into new people.
What, in America?
In America, yes.
Well, how are they getting organs out of people? How are they justifying?
They knock them out, and then they just harvest organ, and then they just give them a poison Mickey, and they're done.
Yeah, but when you wake up and you've only got one kidney, how
in this case, whenever you wake up and you have no kidneys, if you mark yourself as a donor, the doctor, especially if they think you're terminal, is going to take your organs out. This was caught by the federal investigation into organ harvesting. Just recently, it was on Fox News.
Exactly. Look at Rambo. Organ transplant saved his life. He wouldn't even be here.
I know.
I think it's a wonderful thing. Everyone should just. You won't even know nothing about it. Oh, you'll be gone. Your spirit. I thought you guys all believed in God. Your spirit is the thing that goes on, doesn't it, Michelle? Not your body.
Your spirit is
You
your.
told me this. You told me that in heaven all your illnesses and that won't be there. So you're leaving all that behind. So why not reuse it? Didn't God give us the ability to transplant and do stuff? So what's wrong with it?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with organ transplants. Just some people just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But I just don't want to do it. I just don't believe for me, it's a good idea.
I'm O negative. Blood groups now. We're in blood groups.
Oh, blood donation, I don't have a problem with it. I'm A positive, but that's... But God gave me this body as a rental. I do not own this body. This meat bag is mine for my time on earth.
Do you know what?
And when my time is done, I will turn in my meat bag.
And how would you feel if you went to the doctor's next week and he said, Michelle, oh my God, your kidneys are buggered. We need to get you a kidney. You're going to say, my body is given to me by God. My body is mine. I cannot put a different kidney into my body. Is that what you're going to say? No, you're not, are you?
Well, but this way, Tiger. If it was so easy, you wouldn't have to take anti-rejection drugs if that was the case. There's a reason why it's called you have to take anti-rejection drugs.
What's the problem with taking anti-rejection drugs? I'm on drugs for the rest of my life anyway. Already. Lots of people are. People are
I know they are.
People are diabetic. They're on drugs for the rest of their life. What does it matter? It's just a pill or just some drugs.
Woman was created to be loved before being understood. That's interesting. I don't really know what that means, literally. I would think... Oh, she's type. I was going to say I would think it would be rather first be understood and then loved. Because, I mean, if someone really got to love me, they would have to understand who I am, why I am the way I am. You know.
Brad. Brad's offering me his organ.
Sometimes organ donors do pretty die young and violently. Usually from head injuries, gang violence.
Sometimes organ donors die pretty young. Yeah. Mm.
I'm still a little bit pissed off about the will thing too, because I really do want to prepare for my future. It's not because I'm part of the macabre, i.e. there's a little bit of the emo I'm talking about, but I'm also a realist. You know, my mother, for example, abandoned me for so many years, and now she wants to make it up, which is fine, but the damage is done, so now I have to provide for myself. There's nobody else to do it for me. So
your mum said she's got it taken care of, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I think it sounded like when I listened to her, she said, I got it taken care of for me, not you. But she sounded like when I'm gonna croak, you're gonna get something out of it. Okay.
Well, oh my goodness. Well, if she leaves you something, that's nice. If she doesn't, she doesn't.
Yeah. I don't get any money from my mother. I mean, I got Christmas donations, but that was some time ago. All right, let's talk about something a little more positive. Okay. So we're gonna try the rest of this week. There's gonna be some cool down period. There's gonna be some heat ups again. We're starting to see the temperature going to start modulating down a little bit. Expected highs will be about 31 today, and then tomorrow is supposed to be a high of 24, and then there'll be a couple more 31, 30s, but then it'll go back down into the mid 20s, which is good.
Oh, wow, Rambo. Wow.
If I need something, I go out there and do it myself. Because at least I can rely on myself to be
They're
there.
talking about organ donation. You do know.
Yeah, I know. No, it's the same thing, just like with me.
See, to me, when I read what Rambo put down, it's like this kid died, which is awfully sad. But there was a light. He didn't die just for nothing. He's still, part of him is still, it's, I don't know. Maybe I think about it different.
Yeah.
You say that now, Parasolo, but I'm sure if you needed an organ, you'd take one.
Well, I know, Tiger. Speaking of kidneys, how are yours doing right now?
They're all right.
How's your dog's kidneys doing?
She's all right. Her diabetes her sugar's very high still, but that's just it. But she's all right as well. Thanks for asking, Michelle.
That's good. So she is doing much better than she was.
She's doing better, yeah, but I don't know how long she has. I want her to last another year, then I'll be happy.
Yeah, she probably last another year, maybe 2 years. Be thankful for you
better.
have her while you do.
Yeah.
It's just like with Rusty. I mean, he's 14 years old, and the reason why he's so chunky is because the neighbors keep feeding him.
I knew someone was feeding him.
I knew somebody was feeding him too. Common sense kicks in. He's getting in between meals, snacks. They're not just the local rodents and stuff either. But it worries me is because what happens if somebody decided to do him harm? That's always a possibility.
I would hope there's not people like that around your area. Well,
I hope they're not either, but you never know.
I know, but you can't live like that, Michelle. You can't live worrying like, oh, I can't go out today just in case of this, or the cat might get this, or the dog might get that. You just got to live life. If it happens, it happens.
I'm not afraid of death either, because I know where I'm going. I'm going to 2 places. First, I'm going to heaven, because like Jesus asked me, he said, could you stay for the rapture so you could meet all my loved ones when I gather them up in the clouds? I said, fine. I said, I can do that. And then I'm going to be going to Silver Moon. Little me and Carmen already can explain that to Jesus that we'll be there for the rapture, but then we also want to go right to Silver Moon afterwards.
Hey, Michelle.
How you doing?
Michelle. Grizz says
Bradley, what's come up? Go ahead, Bradley. How you doing?
Hey, Brad. Michelle, Grizz says he donates his organ to his wife quite often, but she rejects it.
That's the same kind of organs I was talking about. So I'm in the back rooms today.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Back rooms? You mean, in the shop?
The back rooms.
It's huge.
Well, at least it looks like it's air conditioned.
All the door, yeah, and I turned the air condition down to like 67, so it's nice and chilly.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. That ain't apple juice.
So you think someone basically put weed in there, huh?
Oh yeah.
Noodles, pea jug.
The power of pea.
Yep. Yeah, it's disgusting.
And then they leave it there. They can't even be bothered to put it in the bin.
Nope, because it's the back rooms, you know? They'll sit there forever. And ever. And ever.
Well, somebody should just put it in the dumpster and just call the end of it.
Don't touch it.
Oh, I would never. I don't know what caustic piss comes out of some sicko.
Could be. Maybe someone kept it around because it's drug free and they can use it to pass their pee test.
Yeah. That's a great reuse of biological fluids. Biohazard. Yeah, all these doors lead to like different places in the world.
Yeah. It's still a pretty big building. They don't really see too many people in your hallway, though.
Yeah, because it's the back rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every one of these doors leads to some kind of different place in the world.
Yeah. What would you do if one day they actually ever do have portals that can go into different places in the world just by stepping through them?
It's the back rooms, I'm telling you. I'm working in the back rooms today.
Looks like some of the wall plates are lit up.
Yeah, I don't know how they get power in here, honestly.
I don't know either. Maybe they get a little battery power pack. Maybe they get a couple AAA batteries in them or AA batteries in them. Sounds like an incredible waste of money. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially that piss bottle. Ugh. Some kind of freak.
No, just go ahead, grab it, put it in your garbage can, and you use gloves anyway, right? Just use your work gloves, grab it, throw it in the garbage can.
I'm not grabbing that thing, and there ain't no garbage can around, so that's on the building engineer.
Yeah, they must have cleaners.
Yeah.
I hope.
How do you know he's not the one who weed in the bottle?
Oh, not me. I'd use the bathroom like a normal person.
Oh, I don't know where the bathroom is either.
Well, one of these doors has to lead to a bathroom, right?
Yeah, I'm sure one of them do. Unless it's like some of those complexes where you have to have a stupid key to get in there.
Tres and ocho. There's some cleaners in there. They'll probably grab it.
Yeah.
Tres and ocho.
So what are you going to do with those boxes? Are you loading your truck?
He's dropping them off. He's dropping them off at doors.
Yeah, they're elements. The fifth elements.
Okay. That's interesting. What is that?
To let him in.
Oh, that's
the heat.
Yeah, I've been turning them all down because I'm wearing a hoodie, so I'm sweating in here, you know.
I know that right now my bedroom is nice and chilly because I got the air conditioner on and the door's tightly closed.
Excuse me. Gracias.
Oh, I hope it's not breakable.
It's all metal. You know, elements. A heating element.
Elements for a stove.
Element.
Oh, are they making fridges in there or something then?
No, more like stoves.
Oh, they're actually in there making them.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, so as far as the different questions we asked today about going to Paducah, what about the money, all this? I don't know. I'm just gonna try to play it by ear best I can. See what happens.
Ear play?
Because I kind of want to try something different. I was saying earlier on the show, because you guys deserve better than see a big fat person sitting in a chair. I really do mean it.
Fishing trip, Michelle. I'm telling you, even if you don't like, just get a small fishing pole and cast out. Like, we're not expecting you to catch anything.
I don't know, but I just get a small little skiff and just go rowing.
That too.
After all, there's a river near Paducah. There's a river right near Paducah. Paducah. So
when I come up there, we can rent some kayaks and just kayak around your lake. I mean, it's only what, like 5, 10, 15 minutes from your house?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even have to row. We get you to sit on top.
We got a lake up here with the way we could do kayaking if I can get into one.
We'll get you to sit on top kayak and I'll tugboat you around, gravy tugboat style.
Can you swim, Michelle?
No, she can't.
What's that?
Can you swim?
Yeah, I can, but
you
I
can?
haven't tried swimming since my knee injury.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think you just sink like a rock. Like a rock.
No, I think I'm pretty buoyant. Fat floats. So.
The buoyant snow queen. Yeah. Trace, no ocho. Ay, Dios míos.
So, Bradley, would you like me to give you Craig Sr.'s phone number a little later on? So if you want to talk with him,
send it in the Discord.
I will. I'll have to. Yeah. I'll just DM it to you on Discord, and then you can call him. I think he would like it too. He's an older cancer guy. He could help you out. I know he would love to talk about stuff too.
Thank you. Yeah, that sounds fine.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
A 14-inch bandsaw.
Oh, I found ocho. Yeah. It's so hot in this hoodie.
Take it off.
I can't.
Why?
Because you got to pay me to do that. They say what? Oh.
Yeah. There's a 16-foot bandsaw mill. I never heard of that word before. Cants? What's cants? K-N-T-S. Chris. It's like vegetables have been trending for a while now. Oh, live vegetables. Oh, okay, yeah. I think I have an idea what that is. That's where the table, you can see the natural outer surface of the wood. Just sanded and finished down to look nice. The natural organic edges on them. Skiing on the back of the box. I used to work at a resaw mill, says Noah. A resaw.
Okay, I worked at a sawmill. They built pallets. It was my first job ever. It was really not fun. Let's just put it that way.
This is repetitive.
Building wood skids. That's why I got so strong and I can lift them over my head one arm.
Yeah. Well, pallets are not necessarily super heavy, but they're not. I never tried to put one over my head.
The really big blue ones are. That's like, I don't look it, but I could. Oh, there's a piss bottle again. Filthy. I've got like that inner core gorilla strength. I can like lift somebody over my head and snap them in half.
So they're in there building stoves and pissing in bowls. What the hell?
Building stoves, pissing in bowls.
Well, you know, definitely is a man that's doing it because a woman would have a hard time pissing into a bottle with that size neck.
Yeah, I don't.
She's more likely to get it all over the floor.
Why are they not using the toilet?
Paquito Pecker. I don't know. There's bathrooms in here, so maybe they just.
Maybe somebody just didn't have the key to get into the bathroom.
Sip your piss. Whoa. I don't know. And it's kind of dark, too. It looks like they got some kind of dehydration going on there. None of my business.
Well, what about the sawmill? And I know I've seen most sawmills usually have a big circular blade on them. I don't think that's particularly really unusual. The most important job of the sawmill is the sawyer. That's the saw operator. He's the one who decides the most effective way to get the most cuts out of a wood to make the most amount of wood available for rough lumber.
Rubber baby buggy bumper. Say it, Tiger.
Rubber baby buggy bumper.
Let's see. Rubber baby bumper. Rubber baby bumper.
Bugger bump.
I know it came out so like rubber baby.
Rubby belly buggy bubby. Ruggy bubber baber. Rubber baby buggy bumper.
Oh, that's what else is down there. Harbor Freight is in Paducah. There's a store there. Sweet.
Harbor Freight's everywhere.
Yeah, I know. So
What
it's
about
Tractor
Freight Harbor?
Supply.
You ever been to Freight Harbor?
No. But I'll tell you what. At least they have a harbor because it's right on the river. Not the Harbor Freight, but there is a river too. It's a major contraction in Paducah. It's a river. And there's also railroad tracks too. There's a switch yard. So I think it's either for BNSF or CSX Freight Yard.
All this talk about freight.
They might even have a passenger station too. I mean, we could go there for a holiday. True. We could go for a holiday. I kind of need one anyway.
How would you get there?
Michelle is chilling as a holiday.
Yeah.
Can you get the train?
Yeah, I believe the train goes to Paducah. I'm not sure. I'll have to check to see what the nearest Amtrak station is. Kentucky's
you go on your own?
I would have to go on my own because unless somebody else wants to go with me.
Oh.
Good point. You don't know if anyone would go with Michelle on the trip. I know Noodles probably wouldn't do it because it's a long trip, and even if he did want to do it, he'd probably want to drive his car, which I can kind of see his logic to that, but it's 800 miles from Winston to Paducah. I don't think Noodles would want to sit in his car for 800 miles. That's like a 10-hour trip going at 80 miles an hour.
You could rent like a grease wagon and rag the crap out of it then.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, a little grease wagon.
I'm not exactly sure what a grease wagon is.
You know, like a Toyota Yaris.
Okay. Basic cheap car.
Pull it into a shop and get someone to remove the governor and then
Good morning, Brian PC.
you at 140 miles an hour.
Hi, Brian.
No, Winstead, not Wisconsin. Although it might seem just as far. Winsted, Connecticut. Winstead, Connecticut to Paducah, Kentucky.
Take a Duke in Kentucky?
Yeah, it would be probably a combination of bus and train.
It's over 11 hours away from me.
Okay.
What made you pick this place, Michelle?
Yeah, what about he would like to know, mate?
I showed you some of the houses in Paducah and the.
I know, but where did you get the Paducah from?
Because World According to Briggs said that Paducah, Kentucky is the least expensive places right now to live.
Okay, so there is some logic here.
There is logic here. I said that was the key one, is to save money, because it's getting to be too expensive in Connecticut. And then I said, well, if I'm just going to go by land value, that's great. But I said, what about other support services? So I researched the other support services, and they have more than Connecticut does. And more support agencies, including programs for people with autism and Asperger's. And I said, well, that's another good thing. And then they have a good mass transit system. And the apartment complexes I'm looking into for now are right downtown. So all I need is I can either take the bus, take an Uber, take a Lyft, or maybe even ride into the old trike to get around where I got to go. Getting me exercise and getting things done, you know.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't seem to be a meth town. That's Western Lexington. That's Western Lexington, Kentucky. It's
Meth town.
It's the meth.
You got a bunch of
it's the meth
meth
hood.
dads. Meth dads and meth labs.
In Western Lexington, Kentucky is the meth town. Not Eastern Lexington, but
research the meth places.
Meth dad.
I looked at all the possible places. Me and Saren looked them up together. Another possibility is Plattsburgh, New York, but
1, 2,
that wasn't
3.
quite as good because the housing was more expensive in a way because it was less resources that I needed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
But New York would be closer. You wouldn't need so much money to move if you
12.
moved closer.
Well, I already know. Looking at Sarah looked at the price of the pods. It's like about $1,500 to move the pod, and then you got to figure out you got to pay for the apartment and the 1 month's rent and the security.
14, 15.
That's gonna be about $3,000, $4,000. At least now we're beginning to get the money to do it. That's the thing that's important, Tiger.
Yeah.
We're now beginning to see the revenue to finally move. Remember what it was like 2 years ago when we talked about this exact topic?
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah.
And then about 2 years ago, we were thinking about going to Wichita, Kansas. Well, that's even further away. But Wichita is still cheaper than Paducah, but not by
Dude,
much.
I love Wichita.
I have my hairdresser Taylor comes from Wichita, so she kind of gave me some heads up about the city. She said it's really windy and it's flat and it's boring.
Flatlander. Oh, yeah, Flatlanders.
Well, at least if I had my trike, it'd be easier to get around than trying to get up and down the hills of Winston where you're about to break your back trying to get up a steep hill in Winston.
Michelle steps on a crack and she breaks her mama's back. In Wichita.
You're more likely to get dust in your cooter in Wichita.
Jesus God.
A dusty cooter.
A dusty cooter in the flatlands.
Of course, they got major tornadoes over there, too. But I never put ice in my coffee, but I do put it in the fridge to chill it. I don't like
Brian.
icicles watering down my coffee. I get that.
Yuck.
Well, Grace, if you want to make instant coffee, this is what I do. Okay? If you want cold instant coffee, just fill a cup halfway up with regular water and then put in the ice and put in the instant coffee grounds. There you go. And then when the ice melts, it'll turn the rest of it into water.
I don't know how you guys drink cold tea and coffee. It's just...
Well, in the summertime, I fill those 3 thermoses I have with ice, and I put them in the cooler in the back of my van where I have like $400 worth of drinks right now. And then in the winter time, I use those thermoses. Well, I usually just fill one because it's like 80 ounces. So I'll fill it at like, say, the Wawa, or even 7-Eleven will let me just get it for free if they're like going to replenish the machines.
Morning, Golden Girl. How you doing today?
And then I freeze them in ice cube trays for the stuff I don't drink. And then when my coffee's starting to get cold the next day,
Good morning,
like
Golden Girl.
I just put the ice cubes in the cup and make iced coffee. Morning, Golden. I try to be, as much money as I spend on some things, I try to be frugal with others till I can get to the point where I'm just frugal and not spending anything. Just get a free ice, free coffee, free everything. Just work angles. People let you get away with stuff when you're really nice to them. You make friends with the people that work in the store. You get them on a first name basis. They'll let you just walk out with whatever you want.
Interesting.
That's like if you make, like when I worked at 7-Eleven, I made friends with the chip guys, you know, like the Frito-Lay guys that like have their own Frito-Lay truck. They show up to like take all the stuff that's getting ready to
He does
expire.
that.
They give that stuff away if you're cool. Like when I was cool with the one dude, he'd give me a box, just a whole box of like Doritos, whatever else, like, you know.
Well,
was in the
sometimes
box,
what
you know?
happens is that when things are getting past their shelf life, we have one man that used to work. They used to come to this channel. He used to work at one of those trucks. He said that basically it was the leftovers that they take when they exchange the stock. He normally just takes it back to the shop to be disposed of, or he's allowed to eat it. So like the chips and stuff, they're still fairly fresh, even if they're just past the shelf life. He gets to keep them for himself.
He's still here, but not as often.
I forgot which one that was.
Stoner with a boner. Dabs.
Stoner, yeah. Yeah, Dabs. I haven't seen Dabs much.
What you gonna have for your dinner today, Michelle?
I might do a video later on once the sun goes down. Because it's gonna be kind of warm for the next 3 days, so that I can go ahead and just chill. Tomorrow won't be so bad, but then in like in a couple of days it's gonna be hot again. So maybe I might just get a video in today. Like I said, when the sun goes down, tomorrow night is the Discord show, but maybe because no one seems. I mean, people do like the Discord show to a point, so maybe we'll do that. Or maybe I might just do it outside on the porch. I'm not really sure which one yet.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody suggested to me, why don't you buy yourself an M1 MacBook so you can actually have a fast computer so you can use OBS and the external camera you have out there in the porch. And I said, well, that's an idea, but this one was supposed to be for teeth. So that's the reason why I'm kind of frustrated with the money thing is I can't use it for anything else. Because then everybody will shame me and say, oh, shame, shame. You didn't use it for what you said for, you hypocrite. Shame, shame. No, I don't want to do that. I said teeth first. I meant it.
Here's the thing. You can't rely on the monies. So while you've got it, save it for your teeth. You don't know what tomorrow will bring. So that's why...
Right now, today brought zero. No one donated today.
Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, Michelle. It's, you know?
So, Nads, do you know what's going on with your server? Why people are being told now that they can't log in because some are requiring password verification?
Yeah, Nads, I tried to get into the server today and I can't get in. It says it wants me to verify my identity and my phone number. I've never had to do that before.
Well, just enter your phone number. It's just going to give you a verification code and a text.
You what?
When I was all huffy, I left the server and I was like one of the top super god mods. So they're probably like freaking out on Discord's side.
Well, I didn't even know you'd left.
Yeah, you were so mean to me. I was like, I'm out.
How did I didn't talk to you last night. Did I?
Yeah, you were in some kind of rage fall. You must have forgot.
Are you sure you're not mixing her up with somebody else?
No, fuck it.
Put in my leg.
I was just mad.
Well, now you got to come back in because we need you around there.
Yeah, I guess. You'll have to pay me this time, though.
Just sort out my thing.
Oh yeah, hey Nads, I'm in the back rooms, Nads. This is what I was doing, making all that ruffling sound earlier when we were talking.
Yeah, I know. I get that. Chris.
What's up, Noodles?
I've known YouTubers that went bankrupt trying relying on YouTube money and only have it dry up. That's why I'm trying to pay off my credit cards now as fast as I can, so that I can lower my profit to expenses ratio. And
yeah, and then just don't spend on credit.
that's also why another reason I gotta get the hell out of Dodge, because the fact is my rent's $1,000 a month. Before I went up to from 800 to 1,000, I didn't need the money as much to pay the bills.
That's good rent. It includes your heating bill.
Yeah, if it's utilities
And
included,
does
you're
it
set.
include your water?
Yeah, my rent does include my heating bill. In essence, you're really paying your heating bill year round because you pay it's a fixed part of your rent cost. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Nan said she'll try to fix it.
Thanks, Nads.
Yeah, Nads, add my rollback too. The rollback.
Golden Girl says, I think I'll take her out to lunch. Take who out to lunch? Golden Girl.
So Michelle, you want your big ass white boy card or no, Michelle? Michelle?
Michelle.
What?
Michelle.
What? I'm watching.
Do you want your big ass white boy card or not?
Listen to what I think about that.
It's a yes or no type of question, Michelle.
Yeah, I mean, heat and hot water included in my rent, but that's the only one that's included. It doesn't include my internet or my home electric bill. So.
What? is her brain like just fucking frying when I talk to her? Or Michelle, what is wrong with you?
Michelle, what are you talking about?
She's concentrating on the chat.
Yeah,
Hey, Michelle, pay attention. What is your problem?
I don't have a problem. I'm just trying to focus on the chat, like Tiger K said.
All right, but Michelle, when someone's questioning you on the panel, right? Why don't you pay attention? Look at this guy's hat, Michelle.
Oh yeah, he's walking down the hallway of work. Oh, you're talking about your hat.
Oh my God, Michelle.
Forget it, Michelle. Forget it. You're fried. I don't know what kind of drugs you're on, Michelle, or what the hell's going on, but you're fucking fried.
I know. It is hot, so yeah, I am a little bit warm in here.
Oh my God.
Ever since Golden and Comedy Flew force fed her, there's drugs.
Michelle, look, a dead rat peeking his head out of the freaking. Look at that, Michelle.
Yeah, you see that a lot in the city. When I go to DC, I see him ran over a lot. It's disgusting. Rat jerky.
I don't know why you guys get so many rats in the cities.
The rats were there before the city was built.
Michelle, why do you get so many cockroaches in your apartment?
Because of the Hispanics.
like, what are you talking about?
Oh, never mind. Brian PC says, no donation today, Michelle. I'm being stingy tight today. I won't even kiss my good lady good night, he said. Those are those pallets that Bradley used to make.
All right, Michelle, you want to see all the marijuana plants out here, Michelle? Just growing wild and shit.
Oh yeah, it's a wild weed. Yeah. Is anyone harvesting any of them for the supply?
It looks like all the buds were picked off of it, but this whole street is filled with marijuana plants.
So somebody is taking advantage of them.
That's crazy. They're just cultivating weed plants in the ground, like on the street.
Why not? It's free.
There they are, Michelle.
Oh, wow.
Dude, that is wild.
Looks like they're doing pretty good too. Looks like pretty bumper harvest. I wonder how good the weed is on those.
What a time to be alive.
Hey, Noodles, why don't you go grab a couple buds and then dry them out and see how they taste. See if it tastes like New York grade.
Piss, rat, roach, exhaust weed. Definitely
New York grade Mary Jane.
It's so fucking hot out here, Michelle. So hot.
Yeah, I know they did. They traveled by boats. Yeah, that's how rats got in here in cargo ships. Yeah. Yes, there are.
Michelle,
Good.
Ironically enough, there's...
if the CEO of YouTube or Google has contacted you about possibly doing anything different on your show, Michelle.
No, he hasn't actually contacted me, but he's left suggestions in a general video to everybody. And by the way, the video we did yesterday didn't do too bad at all. Allow me to give you the stats on that. Let me get over here and pull the stats up on that. Let's see. Pull up that chat. Stats. Yesterday's show. Yikes. Oh, I gotta change the background. Stupid me. I forgot to change the setup. Alright, so... Because I reset the setup. Appearance. Change it to dark theme. Okay, so now I got that fixed. Right now, currently, we're at 10,819 at current rating. Content video that yesterday had a total of 92 views, 89.5% likes.
Wow.
Yeah, not bad. Which is better than the last video, which was similar in content, which only had 162 views, but that was on the July 12th. Whatever.
How come I'm not getting notified, Michelle? It's weird. You don't even come up in my feed. Like, I'm here every day, right? Here every day, and you never come up in my feed, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Why does YouTube do that? Like, it's purposely not sharing you out.
No, it is shutting me out.
No, but not to your fans.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, it is. It is on the recommended videos. I see it. I see it in the stats. For example, right now, the last video shows. Let's go back to that.
Tiger, you know what I'm talking about, right? Do you get notification? The only notification that I get.
But I don't get notifications on a lot of channels. It's not.
Last video.
Yeah, I know, but what is that? And I've unsubscribed and subscribed.
Yeah.
Shows the browse feature is 40.2% people find it. Suggested videos is 21.7%, which is not bad. Notifications is 16.5%. So people are getting the notifications and they are getting recommended. So yes, it is getting out there.
Wait. Who here has got notifications for anything you've done? I'm just being completely honest, Michelle. I never get notifications for you. I have to go to your actual channel and find out what's going on. The only time I get notifications is from Discord when you go live, like on Kick or something like that.
Yeah, that's where I post them. They also post them. YouTube posts them too, but for some reason you probably got too many notifications. If you got over 1,000 notifications, they only can send you so many at a time.
Well, Michelle, my point is that I'm here every day. That YouTube knows that, right? They're just not. It's just weird that they're not sharing you out.
Well,
I wonder if it's because
16.5% of them went on as notifications. Those are the people that came into the video. So YouTube
Hey
is
Tiger,
sending
do you think
notifications out.
do you think it's potentially? Do you think that YouTube might see her as someone that might be pretending or maybe taking advantage of something and they don't want to promote it?
Yeah, might be.
So, Michelle, you might have to start doing all these hashtag disabled, like stuff like that drawing with Trent does or whatever, to like get your videos out there.
I did add some YouTube tags, not hashtags, but I did some YouTube tags. I did clear out some of the old tags, which are kind of spread up a little bit too generic. So I cleaned out a lot of the
Mickey
old
doesn't
tags
get me either.
in the default uploads.
So I think that you're doing the right thing, Michelle. Right? I don't think you're doing anything wrong. It's just that I don't think you see what I'm seeing. Like I'm not seeing anything from you. I'm not trying to discourage you. Just saying, like I don't get it. Like I'm here because I know you're going to be live. I'm constantly in that Discord, like looking at stuff.
Well, that's why we still do the morning show at a fixed time, because people do know that. So if for some reason I didn't click the bell and turn on all notifications, they still know where to find me.
Mojo only gets notifications if the streamer plans it on a time schedule.
Oh. Well, Michelle, I just think that you're doing a very good job holding the people that you have.
Yes, YouTube has a limit on hashtags. I don't use hashtags much at all. I do use the YouTube tags, but I actually cleaned up a lot of them because a lot of them were just repetitive. So I am doing some cleaning up of that.
I wish I knew more about YouTube. The only thing I could tell you, Michelle, is I watch to see what YouTube's sharing out of mine, right? So, for instance, they're sharing out a lot of these videos having to do with like outdoor stuff.
Do you ever
now.
watch those videos from those YouTube channels like VidIQ, VIDIQ? Have you ever watched any of his content? He explains a lot of ways to improve your YouTube creator's experience.
No, I'm not a gay nerd.
No, but if you want to get more people to more than 200 subs, that might help. I mean, 200 subs to the show.
Okay, so how is it helping you?
How is it helping me? Guess me, we're still growing. I mean, the morning sub report goes up and down like a gosh darn yo-yo, but oh well. Oh, I can't help that. But remember, like I say to people, please do, at least when you sub, please do look at the content a little bit before you just unsub again. I mean, there's a lot of content on my channel, but some will point out, and it would be right and say, but lately on this is live streams. You haven't done anything exciting in videos. You're right, I haven't. That's one of the reasons I got to change that. Also, I got to do the same thing on my channel, because we haven't really done any videos that have all been live streams.
Michelle, I heard you give a whole speech about how you don't know if you're guaranteed 2 minutes, 5 years, etc. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think you're doing much of anything to expand the show.
Well, videos are pretty good because you can plan ahead of time.
They're not good, Michelle. Your videos are not good. I'm not saying mine are good either. I'm just saying they're not good.
Well, right now you've been showing your sketch work, which counts for something. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, but Michelle, it doesn't get me any views. Like I'm telling you, I pay attention to what gets me views, and it's like it's dumb shit I don't want to do, Michelle. Like I'm just letting you know. It's like stuff that I really don't want to do. Like, you think I want to do the whole racist thing? I don't want to do that. They got me tons of subs. They got me tons of views. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like I said, is for some people, especially people with autistic spectrum, for sometimes live streams can be more problematic for them than it is to do a video, because with a video, You know, you can write a script. You can have your whole script ready to go, explaining everything that you're doing. And then people watch the video. They contact you. They let you know what they think. You know, you answer questions. You know, for example, Fran. I mean, I got a couple examples of this. Take a look, for example, of the channel by Fran Blanche. Fran Blanche, I don't care if she's a transgender. That don't matter to me. And what I'm talking about is what she does her content. She will take time to set up her demonstration or electronics display, whatever she's putting together, and she explains the circuit. She explains the intended use of it. And because it's a video, she can do the retake she needs to do until she gets it head on perfectly the way she wants the camera set up. And that's what makes it better, because she can plan it. You know, it's the same with me. For example, if I I could have basically thrown the whole video away about the headphone repair project that turned out to be a giant fiasco. But I originally decided I was going to do that, but then I decided to keep it because I figured maybe people can see when you have a hard time doing something. They might understand what your eyesight's like. Yeah. Maybe Michelle is happy with what Michelle is doing, though. Just saying. And that changes. It's not stale and the same every day. Right. And the morning show is kind of static. A YouTube CEO wants people to create libraries of content that they can, you know, encourage people. See, when people are watching things on their TVs, they want to be able to stick on a channel for a while and watch videos. And they want to see content that's going to excite them, which I agree with that. And there's nothing wrong with the portrait versus landscape. There are people watching portrait on their TVs all the time. But that's a terrible waste of screen real estate. That's like having a 1 acre piece of land and only using a tenth of it. You know, what are you going to do with the rest of the acres of land? Oh, I just mow the grass. You got over an acre of land? Dude, you got 9/10 of an acre left. Why don't you put a swimming pool in the back? You know, that's what I'm saying. Use the whole television screen. Why be stuck with just using a postage stamp? You know.
Isn't that something to do with the telephones, though? It's easy to watch on a telephone. On a mobile phone.
Yeah, but even on a phone, you know, most modern phones, you can flip sideways. You know, it's not that hard. You know, yeah, it's a little bit uncomfortable for some people, but it's, depending on the phone, it's not that bad. And even if you want to watch it in portrait mode, you still can. You just have a small postage stamp. But here's the advantage. You can still read the chat at the same time, you know. Or you could just turn the phone 90 degrees and watch it in landscape, which is fine.
So, Michelle...
Remember, the most important thing with YouTubers, content creators, is we need to consider, like, for us, like, we're creating content, but we also want to be comfortable doing it. And let's be honest, the morning show is really just part of what I do. But lately, it's been pretty much all I've been doing, leaving people feeling like, oh, she's just another fat talking head in the chair, and that's all she does. Oh, this is the pits, man. This doesn't even excite me. But they're like, if I start showing them something, like, you know, using science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM stuff, or, like I said, I watched a really engaging story yesterday, which turns out not to be based on truth, but I'll throw it out there anyway. The story is about a Marian apparition that appeared when on a July 21st, 2095, Pope Leo Mass. Though it's not based on a real event, because I'll try to find it on the internet and I couldn't find it anywhere. And it did specifically give the date of July 21st. So it definitely is just a story. But that's why originally I thought it was a real news story. They put it in the the news section, but then I realized it wasn't, so I deleted it. But I said, if you still want to read the story or hear the story, I will make the story available for you. But I probably put it in creative writing area because it was a really cute story. I loved it. Me and Lumi and Carmen were all listening to it with rapt attention. It was over 2 hours long.
Oh, wow.
Could you
It
fucking
was like
imagine?
listening to an audiobook. The writer was fantastic. I absolutely loved it.
I absolutely. Sorry.
You know,
I like hearing you rant about these boring things, which is kind of cool.
I don't have to read about boring things. I can tell stories too, Noodles. I may not be able to read as good as I used to, but I can still narrate a story. I can still create stories on the fly.
No, I understand that, Michelle. I'm just saying. You talk about this stuff like it's fascinating. It's not.
To me, it is. I absolutely love it. I love talking about spirituality and God and the Palladians and the Arcturians. I love my blue women. Oh, please. Arcturians are blue-haired, are blue-headed, bald. You're like a fucking light bulb bloom. Arcturians are like friggin' bald light bulbs. The cute, especially Attila. Ew, yeah.
No, she's got the hots for a blue woman now.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
What's her name?
I always like the blue alien characters in Star Trek, the old series, the old Orions. They're always cute, especially the women there. I always liked them from Star Trek, the old series.
Is it the color blue that you like, or?
Yeah. Go look at the spiritual and neutral essential one. You'll see some of the messages from the Arcturians there. For the woman that's name is Tila. The illustration is like stunning. All right, let me show you what I'm talking about.
All right, show us Tila.
Let me find a picture of her.
Stunning.
Let's find a picture of her. This way I can show you what I'm talking about. All right, so let's see. Let's go to spirituality and ascension because that's what it is. All right, so I think I have one recently. Oh, here it is. Here you go. Here you go. Oh, this one's
I
a
am
show.
Tia of Arcturus.
There you go.
I will speak with you now.
Now, perfect.
Sense the energy.
Now, can you show me that on a link so I can copy the canary? Yeah, I got it. Okay. Copy the link. Open canary. Okay. I'm going to open it up in canary so I can show you the link. And this is just an example of what I'm talking about. Of course, I'm an Arcturian starseed. I don't talk like that. I don't say, let me finish her. I will talk to you now. I just say, let me finish her. Boom. I know you do. I know you do. Alright, I'm just gonna show her face here. There you go.
So, Michelle.
Alright, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Oh.
We're looking at the blue lady.
Oh.
I'm just gonna show her a picture from the thumbnail here.
Okay. Well, let's have a look.
Only question is when did she put a white dot on her head? I have no idea. That's new. She doesn't normally have a dot like that, but alright, the heck with it though. She's got a dot on her head. Alright, still, let's show her what she looks like.
What?
There you go. Just show you a picture real quick here. There you go.
Oh.
Oh my God.
That is beautiful.
Hey, you gotta admit Michelle's got good taste.
Wow, why do you find that beautiful? That's like E.T.
It looks like it is. She's an Arcturian. She's an
Aren't those
Arcturian.
those things from the Fantastic Planet, that French cartoon movie from like the 70s? Pretty sure, right?
It's still cute though. Yeah, it's cute. It's
Michelle, I don't know if you know this, but I was almost kidnapped yesterday.
Why? How?
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember you
I
saying
put
something.
the I put the video in the back chat for you with the link, and you can play it. I was kidnapped. The guy tried kidnapping me, and I told him to get lost, and I ran away.
Oh, play it, Michelle. The link's right here.
Okay. Sure. Let me just get it on the screen here.
I wish there was a couple of buttons you could press to do this instead of.
Copy a link. Okay. Paste. So, like I said, that's what she looks like.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous, gorgeous.
You can't say you can't find your girlfriend in a dark alley. What? I don't think she glows in the dark room. Alright, here, I'll put it on the sound so you can hear them.
Yeah, she only glows in the light.
Where's the audio, Michelle? I see you, but I can't hear you. I can't find the sound. Oh, there it is. Is it down there? You're muted. I can't unmute you. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, you're right there. Oh, it's up there. Yeah.
It's not true.
Can I actually step out the car for a second, sir?
Who here?
Can I actually step out the car for a second?
No.
So can you please step out the car for a second?
No.
You want to step out the car?
No.
Okay.
Not very loud.
Who are?
Sir, I see that you inside the zoo. You were taking videos of people.
I was taking videos of
You
people?
were taking video, and they got you on camera too. You're taking videos. What are you
Okay.
taking videos for?
It's none of your business.
None of my business. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What a fucking jerk.
Yeah, 3548.
Mojo wants to know when this was, Noodles.
Oh, you're gonna call the cops?
Why you leave? Why really go to your
Yeah, you're not a cop. Okay, alright.
That's a security
So
guard.
when I showed this to the police, he said next time he
Oh
goes,
my
get out of
god.
the car.
Leo
call
the
us,
Great,
tell-
how are you?
tell
I
us
hope
that
you're
you won't
doing
let you-
good. Yeah. That's
tell
right,
us
that's
that
me.
he won't let you leave, and we'll get him for
David.
kidnapping.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
god.
not true. That's
What a
not true.
carrot.
He was some security guard. You guys asking me to get out of the car. I told him to go fly. I'm like, no fucking way, man.
Who here?
No way.
Can I actually step out the car for a second?
No.
So can you please step out the car for a second?
No.
You want to step out the car?
No.
Okay.
And then he's standing behind my car, like he won't let me leave. What a douchebag.
Who are?
He wouldn't even identify who he was. I kept asking who
I
he
see that you
was.
inside the zoo. You were
That's a
taking
security guard.
videos of people.
I was taking videos of
Yeah, you
people?
were taking video, and they got you
Oh,
on
it's a
camera,
parking
so
lot
you're taking
commando.
videos. So you're
Okay.
taking videos.
It's none of your business.
None of my business. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got nothing better to do. I'm like 600 pounds. I could probably
I
eat
know.
birds.
Oh my god, what an
What a
idiot.
piece of shit.
What an idiot.
Yeah, 3548.
We should just all go there and record him.
Well, I asked the cops. I'm like, should I go
Are you gonna
back
call the
there? He's like,
cops?
yeah, go back there.
Yeah, screw that
No,
guy.
you're not. You're
He's
not
like,
a
I'm
cop.
gonna go down there and talk
Okay,
to him, but
alright.
like, he can't. He's like, he doesn't realize that you get in trouble for fucking kidnapping. He didn't let you leave. You want to drive to the car? I said, yeah.
Okay.
Dude, that's
How does he
crazy.
know how to have a gun on me? What is he, crazy?
Yeah, right? You could have plugged him.
Yeah.
There's plenty of reasons people could be videoing.
Yeah, but you know what they did. You know exactly what they did. And I told the police this, and I said, listen, you think it's not a big deal? I'm like, last year it ended in all these bomb scares and all this crap, and they'd evacuate buildings and all this stuff. So if you guys don't want to do anything about it, he's like, no, we're going to forward this to the prosecutor, and hopefully they they know what's going on, right? I'm like, yeah. So it's funny because they say that they have these phone numbers, they just don't subpoena them. So it'll go back to it'll either go back to a Verizon account, it'll go back to like an AT&T, whatever account. They know who has those, who have those numbers. They know if they're being spoofed. They know who has the account that got the app to spoof it. It's like they just don't want to fucking do it. I'm like, all right, well, so then when it eventually becomes a problem, don't come to me.
God, not again.
Sounds interesting now.
And this time I was like, are we recording? And he goes, yeah. He goes, I told him, I'm scared to death. I'm scared for my life that this stuff is happening.
Oh, right, okay.
Because, it's like they don't do shit. They don't want to fucking do it.
So you thought he really was going to kidnap you? He's a security guard. He doesn't have the power to kidnap.
Michelle, I'm scared of everyone now. I'm frightened for my life, Michelle. If that's the way I got to be, then that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, because
I was frightened that guy had a gun or something. He was going to.
He was just wondering why you were. He just says, "So you think it's all right to video everybody?" That's what he said. That's what he asked.
That could just be some guy like Birds dressed as a freaking security guard trying to eat noodles, like.
Kind of weird.
Like you don't know if it's like an actual security guard or if it's just some freak dressed as one trying to.
Oh yeah, I know. There was a guy that actually stole a police car dressed up like a cop and created all kinds of trouble. It was on the news a couple months ago.
Harvesting thing like those doctors you were talking about,
Oh, that was different. They were doing that in the hospital, and they were doing that for patients that were already in comas.
Well, yeah, but I mean, could be like some kind of ring.
So I'm going to call the county parks today and find out what they think about all this and why people are.
Well, did you get his so-called badge number?
Well, no. I'm gonna see if what's their protocol. Like, do they ask people to step out of the cars? Do they block people's block people from leaving a parking lot? Stuff like that.
Well, you could do that, but you also might want to look up his badge number too, because
he doesn't have a badge number. He's just some fucking loser. And here's the thing: he might be an ex-cop. A lot of these ex-cops end up becoming security guards, and they forget they're not cops anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that looked like he may have been an ex-retired cop. Yeah.
And if he was a cop, like an off-duty cop, and he was doing that, whatever, he should have showed me his badge. He didn't show me anything.
No. But you certainly could see he certainly had a security guard uniform, though.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like some just John Doe that just showed up and said, "You think you have the right to video everybody?" See, that's something that I tried not to do, is I tried not to get into that kind of situation.
It's ridiculous. I looked up the rules over there, and they said it was saying, well, you need a permit to film with, like, if you have a film crew, right? Because of liabilities and stuff like that. There's no film crew. Everyone
well, that's true. If you do want to do it,
but Michelle, yeah, with a film crew, I have a fucking cell phone, just like everyone else in there. So everyone else in there who's taking pictures, fucking videoing shit, they're all breaking the law.
Well, how
No.
many other people did you see taking videos in the parking lot, Noodles?
Tons of people. There was a whole group of friggin' there was like a Muslim tour guide there.
I don't know.
Dude, freedom of press.
Michelle, I've been to that park since I was a kid. I have tons of fucking video. Tons of video pictures of me as a kid in that fucking park.
Right.
Tons. And there's other people in the background. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's like, I'm not dealing with this shit with these people. Like, maybe I'm just gonna start doing all these like fucking lawsuits.
Hello, Mario. How you doing?
Fuck it.
Welcome to the show. I hope you will also check out the videos, please. The shorts. Check out the playlist if you want to hear the music and stuff. We make Michelle's music. I still got to work on some pictures for some of the music. Yeah, but it's good.
So, Michelle, how many views do you get off the music? Did the music get you a lot of views?
Some does, some don't. It varies.
So why do you waste your time? What gets you most views?
Because I enjoy listening to music myself. That's why.
No, I understand that, but like, why do you have to post it?
Because I'm sure others like my music too. I mean, like the old Tomcat is very popular. That song's got the most views, actually. So people like my music. Some people like Yam Ranch's music. Some people like your music. Not everybody likes everybody's music.
Michelle, I like doing certain things. I like making that music too, right? But it doesn't get me anything. Like, I don't get any money off of it. It doesn't get me any views. It doesn't get me whatever. Like, I don't know. It just seems like you're wasting your time with a lot of this stuff.
Not really. It gives me. It's for me. It's very cathartic. It's very relaxing.
You can do it. You can do it on your own time. That's fine, right? And you could whatever. But like,
Doodles.
as far as growing a channel,
my time is what I do. This is my show. This is part of my time. This is what I do every day. Music.
Yeah, but you take a shit too. You don't show everyone your shit, right?
No, but you do. You like to show your big poops coming out of your toilet bowls. I'm not into that.
All right, Michelle, you take showers, right? You don't show yourself taking a shower.
Because unfortunately, that would go into porn, and YouTube would not allow that. It says I take
No, you don't
baths.
have to do that. You could just get in a bubble bath and just talk to people. You don't do that.
Oh, I know. I had one actions. Not actions. One other guy did that in the UK. I forgot what his name was, but he did that in the UK. But he did it with the lights off, so you couldn't see anything. He's taking a bath while he's talking to the camera with the lights off. All you can hear him slishing around in the water.
Drunk Koala used to do it. He beached whale finds himself in hot water.
Yeah. Yes, the Tomcat song. That's the one you like. Yeah, that's the one that seems to be the most popular. We need to work on some new ones too. But I got some new songs. I just haven't posted them yet because I need to work on intros and outros on them. But right now it's a little warm today. But I am going to be doing a video later on. I'm not sure about what. I got a couple ideas. Maybe I could show.
Is it against the law, Michelle, to talk to people in public?
You know, I never really did show you guys the new Velcros I got for the cable hand management. Yeah, on the video.
Oh yeah, please make more videos. Make videos about the Velcro. I'm actually thinking about buying more Velcro, Michelle.
Oh yeah, hook and loop, my favorite.
Yeah, it is very effective actually because you can adjust it. So if you want to run into another additional wire, so you just unzip it, put the additional wire, and then zip it shut again, which is kind of nice. That really worked out good on the other computer for tidying some of the wiring up. And the fact it's got 6 colors, so you can pick the colors like you want. Like you can have yellow for USB, red for mains power, black for video. And if you really want to get anal about it, you could have the same zip type bundle being used if you got multiple wires going through. For example, like video and power could be black and mid. Yeah. Jobs worth is the worst. Who's that? NASQ. Yeah, thanks, Grizz LL. So, like I said, I really do want to do some videos this afternoon. And like it was suggested, keep it under 30 minutes. Oh, that's no problem. Most of my videos...
30 minutes?
Under 30 minutes, yeah. Because that way people don't... Because of the short attention span, because of Generation Alpha, you can't really go with really long videos because Generation Alpha just can't sit still long enough to enjoy it.
What are you planning on making a 30-minute video about? Velcro?
Well, I wouldn't do just about Velcro if I did this video. I'm sure I'd come up with some other topics as well. If I decide to talk about organizing wiring.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Michelle, I just went to make a coffee, and I was listening to you, and then I just started getting on with my day. You need to liven up this show a little bit. I forgot I was even on power.
Yeah, it's like it's dead. It's a dead fucking channel. No, Noodles. There's like 5 people. He's got 5 new subs. We got 5 new subs, Noodles. Dead.
We got new subs over here too, Noodles.
So, Michelle, it's okay. We're going to get suggestions of what we can do.
She's not going to listen to you.
Well,
we just proved it, and Gidget was right. Gidget was 100% right. And you know what, Michelle? You know what I was doing, Michelle? You know what I did yesterday? Just so you know, all right? Someone was planning on doing a locale show, and I thought it was a great idea. And I said, hey, if you do it, can you please give MicheleMarieDalene a segment every night? And she said, sure.
Who is this?
I'm not going to tell you now, because you know what? I just noticed this about you. You're not going to like it, and you're not going to show up, and you're not going to do it. And then I'm going to look like a fucking idiot.
Noodles, for the love of Pete, I don't think you're understanding what Michelle is saying. Why she doesn't go on a lot of people's shows. She said it many times. I'll say it one more time. Michelle doesn't like going on people's channels when she doesn't know the people and she doesn't have...
You don't have to know anyone. They just want you up there to do the tarot card readings.
Oh my goodness, Michelle.
That's all they wanted, Michelle. And you know what? Fuck you. You're not going to get it now. Fuck you.
Noodles, I think this is ridiculous. Yeah, it's getting ridiculous, Noodles. You know...
Who's Pete?
All right, so anyway, we're going to get ready to wrap it up. Chill out.
Right.
So, Panel, Brad, Noodles, Tiger Kitty.
See you later.
I'll talk to you guys later on. Tiger, I'll contact you in a DM later on after the show. Okay. And, Brad, I hope you have a nice day today, too.
Thanks, Michelle. See you later.
Yeah.
And Pete,
I hope you rejoin the Discord again. At least talk to me in DM. All right?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Yep, see ya.
Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah, I just got... The way Noodles talks down at me sometimes just really angers me and makes me feel like, Okay, Jason, that... Yeah, it depends on the type of Velcro fastener. So some Velcro is not designed to be super strong, but it is pretty good for what it is, especially for cable ties. Unlike the nylon zip ties, which you can't reuse, at least not really, although there are ways to do it if you really want to, but, you know, most people don't really want to go through the bother. Velcro can be a very effective tool, you know. So, everybody, I will work on a video this afternoon. I'm going to explain one thing, just so you guys understand. The reason I don't necessarily like to go on everybody's panel is, I don't do well with some panels. I part of the reason is I can't always hear people, and then I get all frustrated, and then they get frustrated, and then all of a sudden their chat is saying bad things like Michelle is too dense and too stupid, and to get this and anybody, she's too, she's too retarded. Doesn't know common sense. She's an idiot, and that's not the truth. But the fact is, it also causes a lot of anxiety, and it's just like, I don't want to deal with that, But that's the reason why I don't go on people's panels. And, right, absolutely, Nads. Go take a look at that. See what you have set for your secret. I already put in my phone number. My phone number is already in the system, so may not be something you can adjust anymore. So, guys, if you get actually requested from Discord for a phone number, because I have it set up that way on mine, all you have to do, enter your phone number, or in my case, I have it set for email. Enter your phone number or your email, whatever is requested. It'll give you a code. You enter the code into the app. That's all you have to do. It's not that bad. I do hope that the Discord isn't giving these information to third-party solicitors that sell ad products to you, and that could always be a possibility. But it's really not a bad setup, really. It's part of two-factor authentication, which usually works pretty well. Yeah, I know, but for some people with Asperger's, it's not always very comfortable for us. But I do try. But I'm also trying to focus more on content that, I do comment on videos, I do talk, I do type with people in the comments section. If I really want to reach out to the person, they usually have a Discord. For example, Kasaji Electric has a Discord. I'm on his Discord. But most of the time, I'll just leave a comment on his video he's showing, because most of the time, that's all we need to do. Like he's been showing with the different computers he's been working on. I don't really always need to go up there and sit on a panel. It's stressful for me. So, all right, boys and girls. So let's get ready to get this out. And I'll do it this time to start with. Okay, get your finger ring on the blessing. Absolutely. May all of you guys stay cool today. Do not become like sausages. Enjoy the cold. Try to keep cool. Drink lots of water. Stay out of trouble. And don't overdo it. Don't get to me. Also, don't forget that I love you. Jesus loves you. Mother God loves you. Father God loves you. The angels love you. Saints love you. And even though it's horrible to think about, yeah, even Satan loves you. But, well, we don't love Satan, do we? No, we don't love Satan. Don't love Satan, but love Jesus, Mary, Joseph, and everybody else, because they care about you and they want to see you happy. The service is over. Go in peace, love, kindness, and don't forget to party on, dude. And we'll see you all later on. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.
MicheleMarieDalene, I will always be there for you. Michelle, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.
In the summer's embrace, she finds her way. Twisting and turning, she won't let pain sway. With love for the music and fire in her soul, she dances through life, her heart in control.